So you just go to her like, hey.
No.
Hi, I'm John.
I'm Rainer.
Hi, I'm Gerard.
I'm Leah, and this is
ZULA ChickChats.
Today we're gonna be talking about how you can tell if a guy likes you. So I have 3 guys here to share their experiences. It's a common stereotype that guys tend to chase girls when they are interested in them or anything, right? Do you think this is true? And have you done it?
Absolutely. This is econs, okay? Econs.
Econs,
okay?
what's
When the
supply and
demand, okay, is higher than the supply. Okay, so the demand you have to go and like source for your supply. So the chasing is like usually lah, I would say stereotypically, guys are more outgoing and aggressive when it comes to finding a partner. A lot of times in society, in movies, in whatever, right? Always the guys make the first move to chase because of the demand and supply.
Oh, but they say there are more girls than guys.
Yeah, that's true,
Yeah,
but the desire, the demand and the supply.
Last time when I knew about girls, you know,
About
like
guys,
puberty, then just like oops, you know, that kind of thing.
oops, they exist.
They exist. I was a bit more active then. I would go and like, hey, I like you, that kind of thing. But I got shot down hard. There was this girl, I told her like, I think you're really pretty and I like you and I want to go on a date with you. And then she was like,
I appreciate it.
No, you
She was trying to like psycho me and just like not even like, oh no thank you, it's no you don't.
Actually, I was having this discussion with a friend of mine about a week ago. She actually told me about this. Like, I was just telling her about my problems and shit. And then suddenly she was like, you're just afraid of rejection. I would not actually chase a girl until I'm damn sure, right? She actually has the same thought about I'm better off, right, without getting that rejection, right, than to not get together with her. You know what I'm saying?
This video is about how you can tell if a guy likes you, right? So this is for all the girls who are watching the video. What are some physical signs that you would do? Example, if you're out with this girl or you're with a group of friends or something, right, to show her that you're interested in her.
A few things that you physically will try to do is like you want to get stand closer to her. A group of friends, we sit down table, you want to sit like near each other.
For me, right, I'm a very physical touch kind of person. So like,
Wow, love language.
like the touching the knee, that kind of thing, you know. Like, no, like me, no. It's those physical, like subtle contacts, just like, you know.
There's one way I can tell that I actually like this girl is by actually having eye contact with her. Sometimes I'm very shy. Like whenever I talk to people, first few times I always like that. If I really feel comfortable and I really want to know you more, then I'll be like, hey, you know, hi, you know.
One of the things I always do is like if let's say we go out on dates or we go out, I will go out of my way to bring like extra like cardigan or something like that in case she cold.
So cute.
Stop it!
Sweet.
Stop taking off your clothes!
That's what it's funny.
Oh, sorry.
Okay.
Oh wow.
We talked about physical signs, right?
Yeah.
So what are some signs when you're like communicating with her? Things that you would say to show that you're interested?
I think the first thing will be like your text a whole lot more than other people. Basically the conversations are like long form. Sometimes the conversations, the content get a bit more personal. So you'll start to mention like how's your family, how's your day, sometimes feels like a very personal question these days.
The girls that I've dated, right? Like they mentioned that you seem very emotionless on text, like which is true lah. I think emojis will help. I guess this is the stuff that I try to do nowadays.
There's this funny thing like my friends say like, if I like some girl, right, I'll just keep calling her cute. Yeah, I know it's damn weird, but then it's just
Well,
like oh
You
my
are
god.
right, it's
Oh
damn
my
weird.
god.
All those passing remark kind of.
Yeah.
Then you must
Yeah,
have
it's
the
like,
small,
like,
like respectable,
very cute.
like pet.
In real life, right, I find myself becoming like more shy around her. Like you start to kind of watch the way you talk and act a bit. You'll be a bit less crude. Try to like get in a group books kind. It's like it's a group setting, right? With my friends or maybe mutual friends, and then like she's present and stuff like that, right? For me lah, I will subconsciously try to be a bit more funny. Try to be a bit more like engaging in conversation.
yeah. I have a question. So if a guy likes you and you're in a group setting, right? I feel that guy will purposely like try to avoid you also. They purposely like talk to everyone of your friends, right, except you. Is that normal?
Especially when you have a group of friends, right? Most of the time your friends are like your close friends and
Yes.
stuff. Like for example, if I like this girl, I cannot just approach you. Later my friends say, wow, you tell her after you date her, then you break up her.
Yeah, one other problem is that
you split the friends.
thing, that kind of thing.
Are there any other types of signs that you think are not physical or verbal signs? Do you have any?
last time when I was in uni, then there was this girl that I fancied. If I know that like she's feeling upset or like she's going through a tough time, maybe because of exams, then I'll like slip notes under her hall, the door, that kind of thing. Or like
That's so sweet.
I know she's like into books and the titles that I read before that like she never read before, and then I'll like hang it at her door for her to like relax lah, for her to unwind and stuff like that.
Because I grew up with like a lot of women in my life.
I gotta leave!
I grew up with like
shit.
my sister, like a lot of female cousins,
Okay.
and like my mom. When I get grounded, I cannot watch TV, right?
Yeah.
The only thing I can read is Cleo magazine.
Oh my god.
So the longest time I know like, you know what women think. I try to follow what they want from the magazine. I was chasing this girl. She really liked this song, Guardian Angel. I serenaded her from the corridor. So I was like, you're mine, you're mine. Suddenly the neighbor just shh. Then I got the flower and you're mine.
For all the signs that you talked about, right? Do you plan them in your head, or do you think they're more like subconscious?
Certain things like the small actions that you do to try to get her to notice, you plan it lah. For me, most of the time, like the lean in, the accident touch, it's all like accident lah. But like you touch, then it's like, you all sit down next to each other, it's like test. Oh, I'm gonna go with that. I wouldn't say it's like planned for or it's based on emotion. It's more like reactive.
For me, like body language, that one you really cannot plan it. Like when I lean towards you more, or like when we are having a conversation, that kind of thing. That one is like subconsciously.
I don't really plan, maybe like more so like when I see something, then I like, I think she will like it. Then I will do it. But holding hands, all this, I think you just go with the flow for me.
How do you feel about the expectation to chase the girl first?
Firstly, right, I feel that this expectation doesn't really exist anymore. There's no pressure on whoever it is to take the first step. Especially in Singapore, right, most of the time, the guys will still be the one that make the first step. I feel that sometimes girls, you'll put in a lot more other consideration, like is it the right time? Is he the right guy?
I guess like there's no pressure, because like there was once I was just like overthinking a lot of things, and then like the girl just suddenly kissed me. She was the one who took the first step. Yeah, so I was like, whoa.
For this expectation wise, right, it's just like up to who wants to like go further first. You know what I mean? Who wants to take the initiative? I don't think there should be like a guy has to do it or a girl.
I think like if the girl like confesses to you and you like her also, then the weight off your shoulders is like a lot.
Example, if you all show interest, right? How should an opposite party react regardless of whether she likes you or not?
Takes two hands to clap. Like if the guy really shows interest in you, right, I think it's best you either tell him you really don't like him or you like him. Don't make him like keep going on and on and on. Then one day he's like, so what are we?
But there's another case that actually happens a lot lah, is where you are unsure. All the more, I feel you should still be honest with your feelings. Give the person an answer, and at the same time, maybe it can help you understand yourself a bit better.
If you're posed with a problem, right, you don't tell me the problem. You sort of give me a solution, you know. So like, for example, I'm not sure, but we can take it somewhere. Not just like I'm not sure. Then just like, yeah, so like
Might as well say no, right?
might as well say no. Might as well say no. You wouldn't want to like string along, like
Lead people on.
lead people on, you know, that kind of thing.
Any advice for girls who are unsure if like, you know, a guy is trying to like hit on you?
See, once this like question forms in your head, right? Does he like me or not? Like, is he doing this or not? You know, like, do I need to look out for something? You need to start paying more attention to like what he does lah. And if it like keeps happening, I'm pretty sure you have like a fair to good chance that he likes you.
If like for example we're walking in the middle of the street and like we're both alone, like trying to
Knocking on your
like
door.
knocking on your door, like knocking on your palms and everything. Obviously it's not like an accident lah.
I know that like it's a bit weird if like you went to ask him like, hey, you like me or not, right? I know for a guy to actually do it, a girl will also have the same feelings or like thoughts about it before you even doing it. The best way is to like just give hints. Though it's not like direct, like I like you. Show enough interest so that he also can get it, notice what you're trying to do.
So one other way, right, that I feel that how you all can pick up better or to understand the situation better once you're having these kind of questions, right, is to ask your friends and ask your mutual friends. More often than not, like guys cannot keep it to themselves. we were like, oh my god, I like this girl, I need to talk to a friend. I'm a dying inside. More often than not, you get your answer.
Okay, so today we talk about how you can tell if a guy likes you, and my biggest takeaway is honesty is the best policy.
So if you guys have any stories or you know any guys out there have any tips for girls, you want to leave it in the comments, let us know, and also let us know what else to talk about next time.
And remember to like, share and subscribe.
Bye!